Are you curious about exploring female domination but don't know where to start? Have you ever thought, could I really step into that delicious power? Or maybe you have thought, what does it really mean to fully surrender? I've got you, because I'm gonna give you 3 simple beginner tips that will help you to dip your toe into the world of Femdom. And trust me, it's a world full of connection, pleasure, and play. But first things first, Femdom, also called female domination, is more than just wearing heels and giving commands. It's about embodying that power dynamic, feeling empowered, building trust, deepening connection, and of course, pleasure on both sides. For the dominant, for example, it's an opportunity to step into that power, to really feel empowered and confident and be creative with play. For the submissive, it's a chance to let go, find freedom and being fully surrendered and fully submit in a safe and consensual container. And no, it's not all about wearing a black full-on latex and having hurting tools, unless that is what you want it to be. It can also be nurturing, playful, seducing, sensual, or strict. It's all about exploring and finding out what works best for you, what gives you the most pleasure. You're new here. Hi, I am the multi-award winning pleasure and toy queen with a treasury of over 300 pleasure toys and kinky tools. I am a certified tantric kink and pleasure educator, a creator, reviewer, mentor, and so much more. I am here to inspire and empower you to become your most pleasure-lit self. Simply put, I love to spread pleasure into this world. So here's my tip number 1. Start small and you can build up. So if you're new to Femdom, you could start with simple tasks and commands. So as a dominant, you could say, massage my shoulders, bring me a glass of water. Where you think it's just a task, it's more than that. For you as a dominant, it's a chance to step into your power play, to really command, to be in that role of power. For the submissive, this is the moment where they can start letting go and fully surrender to your power. And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about exploring and finding out what really sparks your interest and what brings you pleasure. And it's just the start of it. It's just helping you to step into your role. My tip number 2 is communication and setting boundaries. Communication, setting boundaries, setting a safe word. These are the foundation of every power dynamic play. So before you start playing, you should be able to sit down with your partners, play partners, and really have an open and honest communication about what do you expect out of Femdom? What does it look like to you? What does fully surrendering look to you? What does being in power mean to you? What would you like to explore? What are you curious about? What aren't you curious about? And what's off limits completely? What's a maybe? What is your safe word? How are you going to check in with each other while you play, to pause and to stop? What is your aftercare need? What do you need to feel supported? What do you need to feel safe? So there are quite a few questions that you should answer with each other, open and honestly, as the foundation. And trust me, clear, open, honest communication prior isn't just only necessary and essential, it is also very sexy and can be such a turn on to get already into that play, that anticipation of what's about to come. My tip number 3 is about embodiment practices. And this has been huge for me over the last couple of years. So not just hearing something, reading about something and knowing the theory, but also actually putting it into place. This is where embodiment practices can be so super beneficial and delicious. So as a dominant, you could, for example, stand up tall, shoulders back, chest open, chin slightly up. You could imagine being a queen and walking into a grand hall, and you're commanding respect and worship with every step that you take. Also, the Superman pose can be very beneficial to really step into that power dynamic, to feel empowered, to feel confident. As for the submissive, you want to feel relaxed, you want to trust. So a relaxing position that is also below as a submissive. So kneeling, palms open. You could close your eyes, taking deep breath, feeling if there's any tension anywhere, exhaling and really relaxing out those tensions, and then imagining that you are feeling really relaxed and you want to surrender. You are trusting your partner and you want to give up your control and you want to fully surrender. So stepping into that surrendering, relaxed, trusting energy. Now, these are my 3 simple beginner tips for you to start exploring Femdom. Remember, it's about being curious and open-minded and start exploring to really find out what sparks your interest and what brings you the most pleasure. Did this make you curious to explore even deeper the world of Femdom? Then I highly suggest you join my Pleasure and Toy School, which will give you access to my Femdom Masterclass, where we explore Femdom archetypes, different kinds of plays, styles, but also the different kind of subs, more embodiment practices, journal prompts to really help you explore the world of Femdom, which, trust me, is a world full of pleasure, empowerment, and deeper connection. Above that, within the Pleasure and Toy School, you get access to various other master classes on different kinks play, fetishes, and pleasure toys and tools. And with that, you can unlock new pleasures and deepen and widen your pleasure potential. I will see you within the Pleasure and Toy School with love and pleasure.